In today's video, we're going to talk about the top 10 weirdest animals in the world. Number 10. Platypus. Platypuses, like echidnas, belong to an order of mammals called monotremes. It wasn't long before European scientists and naturalists were convinced that the platypus was a hoax due to its odd appearance. This creature adapts to a semi-aquatic lifestyle. A dense and waterproof fur coats the creature's sleek body, and its broad, flat tail make it adapt to frigid climates. They grow in UV light, lay eggs, and can produce venom. Their genes are part reptile, bird, and mammal, and they have horny spurs on their ankles that link to a gland in the upper legs, which makes them one of the most poisonous animals in the world. Number 9. Komondor Dog. The Hungarian Komondor Dog is one of the weirdest animals on Earth. They look like Rastafarian dreadlocks due to their white tassels and white coats. With a medium-sized head and hair concealing most of their facial characteristics, the Komondor Dog looks similar to a mutt from the outside in. The tail is perfectly straight and the torso is muscular. As a result of their breeding as a herd protector, the Komondor Dog is naturally suspicious of strangers and is protective of its kind. Today, the Komondor is both a good guard dog and a good friend. Number 8. Frill-necked Lizard. Agamid lizards, like the frilled lizard, are named frill-necked lizards, frizzy-necked agamas, and frilled dragons. As a tree dweller, this species spends the majority of its time in the trees. Most of their meals are insects and little animals such as flies. It's common for frill-necked lizards to eat plants, but this is only a rare occurrence. Colors vary depending on the lizard's environment, so it is not one universal shade. The lizards that live in dry, clay-filled environments are likely to display a variety of reds, oranges, and brown colors, whereas lizards that live in wetter and more tropical environments are likely to show darker browns, greens, and some grays. Number 7. Echidnas. The echidna is a part of a family of quill-covered monotremes that are egg-laying mammals that are classified as Tachyglossidae. They are also referred to as spiny anteater. They have toothless jaws and their body temperature is the second lowest of every mammal. Their maximum speed is 2.3 kilometers per hour, and they can stay in the pouch for 7 days. Caves and fissures in mountains and rocks serve as protection for echidnas because they cannot endure excessive temperatures. Number 6. Ii. Ii is one of the most repulsive creatures in the world. They can live up to 23 years in captivity and have a top speed of 20 miles per hour. They use several vocalizations to communicate, and their scream indicates protest and aggression. Their teeth are constantly growing like that of a rodent. Similar to bats and squirrels, the ii makes use of echolocation to discover its way around, and they can scale trees head first. They have huge orange or tan eyes that are spherical and a third finger to probe into holes they have dug up with their teeth and grab grubs out of the holes. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and give this video a like if you're enjoying the content. Number 5. Axolotl. The species look like babies their entire lives, and they are also carnivorous. They are originally found in several lakes, which include Lake Xochimilco, which is found beneath the Mexican capital of Mexico City. In contrast to other species of amphibians, the axolotus do not go through metamorphosis to attain adulthood. Adults remain underwater rather than attempting to leave the water. Number 4. Hairy frog. Hair and fur are mostly seen on mammals and some insects, but rarely on reptiles or amphibians. They are also known as wolverine frogs or horror frogs. They get what is similar to the hair on their thighs and their sides when they're reproducing. The frog's dermal papillae do not consist of hairs, but rather consist of dermal papillae with arteries that help the frog absorb more oxygen. The frog has wolverine-like claws that can easily retract. The claws consist of bone and can only be averted if they destroy the bones in their toe. Number 3. Pangolin. Pholidata, or scaly anteaters, belong to the genus Pholidata. All mammals lack the protective keratin scales and are found on the skin of pangolins. Depending on the species, they can reside in burrows or hollow trees. At the night, the pangolins hunt for ants and termites using their long tongues, which they utilize to catch prey. When a pangolin is a baby, it possesses soft scales that harden as it becomes older, giving it a plate-like appearance. These scales differ from the scales of reptiles, which consist of keratin. They are often threatened and are the most trafficked mammals in the world. Number 2. Okapi. Okapis have striped markings that look like those found on zebras. However, they are more closely related to giraffes. They are just two extant relatives of the Giraffidae family. While the majority of okapis are active during the daytime, a few others are active at night. They spend most of their time alone and only bonding together to reproduce. All of the plants that okapis eat are native to the area where they live. Number 1. Sponge. The sponge is one of the marine invertebrates that looks like a plant but is, however, a marine creature. The sponge is alien-looking and it cannot be considered a plant at all. There is no form of digestive system in this creature, which consists of a network of channels and holes that is interspersed with cells of different specializations. A brain or a nervous system is not present in this creature. They do not have a system for transporting blood around their body as a human does. Sponges do not have any internal organs and are only able to survive because the ocean currents deliver oxygen and food and remove waste.